everyone, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today we talk about eBay auctions. And can you run an account that just says eBay auctions? It's allowed in eBay's rules, but you can list an auction or buy it now. So eBay started just doing auctions. But can you run a successful eBay auction even today? Today people say today that auctions are dead. I don't think so. It depends, but I think it depends on the item. So, but let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of running auctions, because there are advantages and there are disadvantages. But I see all these accounts that run auctions. They don't have a lot of feed. They have like tons of feedback. Some of these accounts that just exclusively do auctions. Every single listing they use auction. Some accounts like very rarely do it right now. But not because they want to get rid of it, but they're experienced selling it. So like they have like 2,000 sold in like 8 days, or 1,000 sold in 8 days. So next one is just maybe they're cleaning out a huge estate. Maybe they're cleaning out their family's estate, or a ton of estate or estate cleaner owner that sells on eBay. But I don't think so. Not like that. But let's talk about the advantages of running auctions. I see there's a good advantages to run auctions. I'll say one advantage is that if you don't want to look stuff up, for example, like I sold like a lot of 17-inch fancy paperbacks. I didn't look them up. I just sold them as they were in acceptable condition. Didn't really research them, and I realized I could buy them for $22 total with tax and 10% buyer squish on local auctions, and I made double my money with after fees and everything. I made like $40 profit on listing. Got about double my money after PayPal fees and everything. And I didn't think they would go for a ton, but then they spiked at the very end. So I was happy. I kind of got bailed out. So if you kind of get bailed out, or if you don't look stuff up, or you have like say 13 of them that are not super valuable, but you have say a 14th one that's more valuable, or say you have say you have so 15 or one item, say 15 or one item. You could say some people might do a spike lot where they say, or if you don't look them up, say you just listed a 13 or what, you can just, some people might just add the 14th one to a lot, and that's more valuable, add it to a lot, kind of spike it, and then you either need to resell it or collect it or get it at a dealership. And another advantage is that you can sell items quickly. What I like to do is I see sellers that do that. They do one auction seller I see does 7 days. One does normally 5 days, but does a few 7 days here and there. And I see some sellers people come to run auction. They do 10-day auctions. But I like the 7 day. I think it's 7 days perfect because you can encompass everyone that was on, say they only have 10 on eBay on say Sunday nights. So they'll sell on Sunday nights. They'll say buy on Sunday night, they'll buy per proxy bid. And say Wednesday they go back on to actually know where I'm gonna pay. Stuff like that. If they go on the computer or don't have time to like look at auctions per se, or look at items per se. I just want to buy a name every now and then, so you can track a bunch of bidders that way. They go on only say 1 day a week, every day, when they have time on the computer or look on their phone or something. They have a ton of time, they have a good amount of time. But you can sell items pretty quickly and within 7 days, and you're not having items sit around in your inventory for a while. Yes, you may not get full value as buy now, but you may get at least enough to sell it on like just get like a good majority of the value of it on auction at least and get sold in 7 days. Something. Number 3 is if you're selling items a lot, like I sold 5 puzzles a lot, sold 3 Sunbelt puzzles, and they weren't super regular on buy it now. They were super kind of slower sellers in used condition, so they said blah. I saw a lot of puzzle twist, and then there was one Buffalo kind of stacked out, but it's kind of a puzzle that you could get like say $20 with the shipping, free shipping, $19.99 free shipping, but it's not really worth. But no, it's shipping. Maybe they get 5 bucks profit. Maybe I'll get a few bucks profit, not much profit. So I said, just sell a lot and kind of stacked. It got more stacked up, but it's still sold. So that's kind of, you get the buyer a good deal and you get them gone. I'll post that with super valuable. So yeah, I'm just gotten a lot for estimated value. So yeah. And then I guess another advantage of running auctions, say, is if you're like a newer seller, you can like if you're like a newer seller, you can get your selling name out there by offering like good deals, say a certain names, especially, and it could be worth say you get 15 by an auction, maybe you'll get 30 or 40 for it. You can get like a good reputation feedback, so you can get like quicker feedbacks because you're selling more. You're making quicker sales as like a auction seller. You're getting quicker sales, which is an advantage in your seller. And like even I don't know, get quicker sales running auctions, and you're like in reselling or you want to sell, you just want to stick on and sell stuff quicker. I mean, if you're an auction, I like to make sure it has like a market for an auction, or at least get a couple bid, at least get a couple, and like 2 or 3 bidders on like an auction. Because if it just gets one bidder, I'm not gonna sell it as an auction. And then there's one left, and then there's another advantage. I just like running auctions. It's kind of fun just to run an auction thing. I think it's good. I like seeing what they go for. I don't know. I just kind of like seeing what they go for on auction. I mean, they may not. It's just kind of fun to see what they go for at the very end. Like watch your reactions, see what they go for at the very end. It's kind of fun. And yeah. A disadvantage of an auction would be even if you have like, I have another advantage of an auction. Another advantage is like if you say have like a newer seller. I have 11 followers now. These followers have like almost 7,000 people. They have like 950 followers, but so when I come with like almost 60,000 people, I have like 750 some followers. You can get a ton of followers. So you start at say like me, I'll start all my actions at 9 cents push up. And say you list a pair of say Levi's jeans, say size. Say you list say Levi's jeans and jeans size 30 by 30. Say the size 30 by 30 men's jeans. Just for example, and say you start at 9 cents push up and used. But you could say and by now you could say some for used for say $19.99 plus shipping. But say if you're like a newer seller, you may get that, you may not. But if you're like someone that just runs auctions and like all your followers know that all you do is run auctions. Like if all your followers know that they run auctions, bid the items they want and then more. They want a gift store for themselves or some way, shape, or form they'll bet on. And then those auctions can actually get a decent amount of traffic on them. So as long as you're listing at a reasonable price, you can have people that follow you that know you just run auctions, or people that want good deals, or that run an auction, or see if it's a good deal, run an auction, they'll buy it up an auction or stuff like that. So yeah. A disadvantage of an auction is that even if you have a high fee, but some stuff does not sell an auction. Some stuff like does not sell an auction, even if the stuff has 0 bids. But the stuff that has 0 bids, what you can do is you could like change your title, like look it up again, relist it, change your title, like change your title, stuff like that, so it sells. Or if you have like multiples of the same, you have like similar type items, what you could do is you could like all similar type items. You could like lot them up. If they're like similar type items, you could like throw them in a lot and then auction off. Like the stuff like that. Or if it's like small stuff, you could like throw up a junk drawer lot. Throw up like a lot of like similar type items. Say you could throw up a lot of like similar type items. Say throw up a junk drawer if it doesn't sell in the first time. You don't do that automatically. You can do like a junk drawer could like for smalls, you could like for certain, you could like automatically change the title, relist it, and then if it gets a few bids, or you could like throw it up, or you could like say every so often, say when you get so many items, you could run like a garage sale, like an in-person garage sale. You could like schedule eve actions, start every now and then when you got time to list auction, and then you could like sell like do like a sale, like a good sale, do like a sale, do like an estate sale. I mean, that would be an advantage, but like you can still sell it, but this is just you can't sell them on eBay. And another, like, that's really one big disadvantage. One big disadvantage is sometimes you don't get like a good price from, you might say an item, say you sell a pair of, I mean, you may not get as much as you would as a buy now. Say it's a pair of Levi's jeans, and say used they go for say $9.99 plus shipping. Let's just say shipping pad flat rate, say. So $9.99 plus shipping, pad flat rate shipping, say. Or it doesn't matter. Just say, for example, $9.99 plus shipping. List them for buy it now used on eBay. Well, as an auction, you may only get, say, even if you're high experience, you may get, say, only 7 or 8 plus shipping. Or there's a book I sold. I could have sold it at an auction and got like 9, 10. I could have say got like 7 or 8, around 7, 8 plus shipping. Like kind of like a higher end auction. My condition, the condition was in, mine was in, but I sold it on auction like 7, but with the best offer, I think I took like 10 or 11. I think I took like 11. So I made a few, like $2 or $3 more bucks more, with even taking the best offer they did on auction. I mean, I think there was a little difference between that, but still, even like get like say $3 more bucks and buy it now than I did in an auction. For my like 2-3 more bucks, it's pretty good. As a buy it now, but I mean, I didn't look at their feedbacks and all that stuff. So maybe they have lower feedback or started kind of high or something like that. But something better, or something's like different condition than mine is, and so I don't think that were actually that was GR in school. I don't think they had the dust jacket was worse. So that kind of helped mine a little bit. Maybe I could have got the same price auction. You never know. And then, I think that's a couple key disadvantages of running auctions. I really don't see too many other disadvantages to run auctions. I mean, if you run auctions, you may have, let's say, a bunch of 99-cent plus shippings. So it's like different buyers, the same buyer or whatever. But it's alright because you're combining shipping with the buyer. And buyer's making you're getting a good deal. The buyer's getting a good deal, but you're also getting rid of a lot of the same items to one buyer. So, and we're at two, like either a repeat customer or there's more app too. Like buy from you in the future. There's more app. You just give them a good deal or something like that. That's like positive. I mean, that's kind of positive. I've had one bidder auction, but sometimes one bidder auctions I like because then I know I'm selling, and I know I'm getting rid of them. So, but I just like doing auctions that have decent amount of interest in. And then some people say the disadvantage of auctions is like people don't, instead they bid early on the auction. Are you crazy? As a smart buyer, you want to do that. You want to wait till the very end to bid on an auction to see if you're seeing a better deal on the auction than you would as if you were only sold it for one bid. bid only if you sold. Like, but if you're like a smart buyer, that's what I would wait till the very end and bid it up, and then might not get a ton of, might go for cheap, might go for say cheaper than I hope, cheap, and then go for say they had for $10 per shipping used. Say in the on buy now. Let's say I'm bid up and say I can get for like 3, 4. Say I can get for say 5 plus shipping. I can get like I can get $5 off. Get like a little steal. I can have a steal on the auction for it. So it's kind of a win-win. Win-win. I mean, but if you're also, and sometimes if you're a buyer, if you're like a seller, they'll be like, when people bid up early in auction, that got in and tell yes, there was like a 3 yes purple, the cords and everything, the cord, chart and everything. So for like 71 plus, but people started free shipping. But people started being up earlier. They bid up early on the auction, and they got bids early, and then towards kind of got bids early, and when it kind of like item got to get super cheap, kind of got a little more up there, kind of got a few more bids here and there, but and then same with but as a seller, that's a really good thing. You want bids. People get bids. The more bids you get on it, like the more people see that there's multiple bidders on the auction, the more bids, and they're like, oh, this item must be a pretty good item, and they'll flock towards your item, then maybe drive the price up a little more. And that's what I like. And also down, yeah. So that's advantage. But an advantage of them is people watching them. An advantage of them is people bidding early, and both of them are really good. And sellers are mad that not people are bidding on it. Like as a seller, I wouldn't complain that people bring my no way. I don't. People bid on it. Just wait till they're in to bid on it. So I mean, people bid on it. Hey, just more. It just pretend just bidding in you. Just people bidding on my anything. You get more money, so I don't care. But I also disadvantage as a seller, as like a seller, is non-paying bidders. So people that say don't pay, have no intention of buying an item, have no intention of buying your item, but they have no intention of buying my item, but they still bid up anyways, and then they win it, and then don't pay. I get my buyer. I started eBay. I'm unpaid items. And I give them. I think minimum was 4 days to pay. I think I gave them 4 days to pay, and then for open case, they gave them 4 days more to pay. So 8 days total. 8 days, and it gives them 2 hours extra at the end of 8 days to pay. And if they don't pay, it puts an unpaid item streak on your account. You can list say so many in like a month. You can just set by month, 6 months. So set up so many of them in if people bid up on you. And I like the zero feedback bidders because it drives up your price. But sometimes low feedback bidders sometimes don't pay because they're out on vacation, which is fine. That's why I give them 8 days to pay, but they don't pay after 8 days. Or that there's either they're just doing that just to do that, bid just to bid, no intention of paying, which usually is the case, or sometimes some rare food they just forget or something like that. Most time, should have no intention of paying. But times they don't. So, but that's the only downside is we get like a buyer that has no intention of paying. And not because they forgot to bid, not because they forgot to pay or were gone or something like that, or just forgot, but actually because they bid it up and no intention of paying whatsoever. So, yeah. So it sucks. Please take your. And can you run a successful eBay auction account in 2020? I think you can. I mean, there's a lot more positives than negatives during auctions. I mean, like you take it with me. But if I was going to auctions, I would do a 7-day auction. I start every my auction at 9 cents plus shipping. I charge shipping because if I only got one bid, or at least I'm not losing out on the shipping. or not don't break even with free shipping, wherever it's going. At least they at least pay for shipping, so even if it's stuff up. And then something they don't have a lot of value in them. At least I do items have multiple, like at least 2-3 bidders on auctions right now, but I'm hoping to eventually do every item on auction eventually, but let's see. But right now, so for now I'm just gonna into more traction. So yeah, so I'm so excited to hear.